Good news, folks, I think. The typical annual energy bill will fall to £1,690 from April to the lowest for 2 years, yay, under the new price cap set by the regulator. It means a drop of around £238 a year or around £20 a month for a household using a typical amount of energy. Joining me now is former advisor to the Bank of England, Roger Gewolb, to explain this. And Roger, you need to make this crisp and sexy and full of impact, because we're coming to the end of the show. I have chocolate lined up. Yeah, I know, you're more than welcome. So, energy bills, talk to me.
Yeah, well, I think there are three impactful, sexy points here. First of all, don't get excited because...
That's not helping. That's not a good start.
$238 a year, but remember what most people don't know. The energy cap is only for 3 months. It's quarter to quarter. Mm-hmm. So it's 20 quid a month, but in 3 months' time, it's predicted to rise. Then in the next quarter, it's going to fall. So you never quite know where it's going to be. But I think in all of these, if I may say, small beer stories, about 20 quid here and 5 quid there, I mean, there are two really important issues about energy. This is a very tolerant country. We put up with other people's views, let the other guys... I mean, that's why I live here. I love it. The flip side of that coin is we get taken advantage of, rip off Britain. And one of the biggest parts of rip off Britain is how much we pay for energy, Dawn. Now, 2/3 of the average home energy bill is electricity. And our electricity is priced off the international market price of gas. But our electricity doesn't come from gas. If you go to the national grid, if you Google national grid, they have a live clock, a real-time clock, which shows you at any second where our electricity is coming from. Yeah, it's available to anybody. Okay. It's free, just Google it. It'll show you most days 20%, 30%, 40% of our electricity comes from gas. The rest comes from wind, solar, nuclear, other renewables, etc. And yet we are paying many times more what that electricity costs because we're pegged to the price of gas. Because back in the 80s, when the energy companies were nationalized, they put that convention in place, and for some mysterious reason, no government has ever reversed it. Boris said reverse it. Ofgem, the regulator, said reverse it. John Penrose, the MP who invented the price cap, and by the way says it's no longer fit for purpose, said reverse it, and they just won't reverse it. I don't know why. But a number of think tanks said that if they did reverse it, and it's not like interest rates where you lower an interest, it takes a while. This is that afternoon, strike of the pen. When the total bill for an average home was $3,000 rather than $1,690 as it is now. If Sunak had taken a pen and done that at lunchtime, that afternoon, the average home bill would have been 1,500 quid. And they still don't do it. So we are being massively ripped off. We have paid, says one think tank, £7.2 billion in the last 24 months in unnecessary excess electricity charges to the companies.
So it's not good news. So who's making all the money? Just quickly, running out of time.
The energy companies. The second point, very quickly, Google my name, my surname, Gewolb, and the words direct debit, and you'll see a video, there's no time for it here, that I made some time ago about the direct debit. Many of these energy companies, as you know, build up cash balances from our monthly payments. And when the prices go up, they even write to us and say, we're raising your direct debit amount, even though
they've got some money.
They're our bank with no interest. You can, under the direct debit indemnity, call your bank up and say, give me that money back, even if they don't like it.